we'll begin this morning with some breaking news from Ireland, where Britain's Queen Elizabeth has just arrived in spite of a serious threat from angry Irish Republicans. The Queen landed in Dublin just a few moments ago, beginning a 4-day visit there. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips is in Dublin with the very latest for us this morning. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Chris. Well, it's a 4-day visit that begins here today, and everybody's got their fingers crossed that the right kind of history will be made. 8,500 Irish security personnel deployed to protect one British Queen, and there have already been 2 bomb scares. One, what police are calling a viable explosive device found on a bus coming into Dublin, which they've made safe. Another bomb hoax, a parcel left on a trolley track within Dublin itself. Very nervous times here. This is a 4-day trip, and there'll be 4 days of tension.
The Queen arrived in Dublin with the city in a state of near lockdown. There is a lot of nervousness about this visit for good reason. It's the tightest security operation Ireland has ever mounted, and this morning's bomb scare will only increase worries, particularly that some Irish Republican dissident faction, which still sees the British and the Queen as the occupying enemy, will do something violent. This controversial visit has been 100 years in the making. The last British monarch to visit was George V in 1911. He came as the King of Britain and Ireland. That was before the 1916 uprising, brutally put down by the British as they fought the growing Irish independence movement. And it was before the Troubles in Northern Ireland, between those trying to keep it part of the United Kingdom and those who want to reunite it with the Irish Republic. Anglo-Irish history is written in blood. This visit is trying to draw a line under that.
I think it's an extraordinary moment in Irish history, a phenomenal sign and signal of the success of the peace process, and absolutely the right moment for us to welcome onto Irish soil Her Majesty the Queen.
But staunch Irish nationalists argue that while the welcome should be warm, the time is still not right.
There isn't one day, I don't get up one morning without feeling a sense that this island is partitioned and that I've got an English monarch ruling me.
This is a different kind of royal visit in so many ways, including some of the notable common features of this visit. Visits like this will not happen. There'll be no walks among the crowds, no walkabout by the royal couple. The Queen is here with Prince Philip. No open vehicle drives through historic parts of Dublin, and a lot of fingers being crossed, as I say, as this trip unfolds. Chris?
Mark, you talk about these several stops that the Queen is going to make on this 4-day trip, some of which are historically significant to the conflict between the Brits and the IRA. Does this add to an already tenuous security situation out there?
Well, there isn't a paving stone or a brick, certainly in Dublin and pretty much over Ireland, that doesn't have some kind of historic significance. It must be said, though, this is a very brave itinerary that the Queen is undertaking. She's visiting here the Garden of Remembrance to Irish war dead, including dead in the struggle against the British. She's going to a Gaelic football ground, the sports stadium here, that has high nationalist connotations and where the Brits killed a bunch of Irish revolutionaries in the uprising in 1916. So she's not avoiding controversy here, but she's trying to look to the future, let's say. Chris?
All right, CBS's Mark Phillips in Dublin as we see the Queen right now getting off the plane, coming down the stairway right there, landing in Dublin, Ireland, the first of a 4-day visit, a historic visit, first time the monarch has been to Ireland in 100 years. Prince Philip in the background there. All right, Mark Phillips, thank you very much for us. We appreciate it.